Scorpio. Now, Scorpio in the sixth house can be a lot of power struggles if you're not doing what you love to do. Scorpio too can be criminal activity, but it's the investigation. So Scorpio could be like the detective in the criminal field in the sixth house. Scorpio is also ruling over the occult. So this could be an occult master, somebody who works with astrology, works with tarot, or just works with the knowledge of, the occult practices. This would be an excellent placement. Scorpio also rules over psychology. So working as a psychologist, working as a psychiatric person, working in mental health areas. This too would be excellent for Scorpio in the sixth house. It's important to understand that as Scorpio in the sixth house, you have an obligation to serve people in that deep mental level. So anything that allows you to go deep, where it's a little bit scarier, right? So and because Scorpio rules over death, this could also be working in a morgue, working around the dead, because Scorpio needs to go deep, and that is the deepest mystery of all, right? The death and afterlife. So even being around them, around that arena would actually help to fulfill this area of your life. But if it's not that intense and you're not trying to go and work by some dead people, then as a Scorpio sixth house person, you do need a lot of deep psychology work that could manifest in many different ways on your day-to-day life. Sagittarius in the sixth house. Sagittarius is the light bringer, and this is the person who brings the knowledge to everything that they do on a daily basis. So Sagittarius, first of all, in the sixth house, traveling is going to be number one thing I would say would be great for Sagittarius in the sixth house. If you're working in a place that is like a 9 to 5, I don't really see that working for you unless you're a teacher, right? Teachers with Sagittarius in the 9 to 5, that could work in the sixth house. But if you're not, definitely something that you can constantly move around, take an airplane and go to, that works really great for Sagittarius in the sixth house, because Sagittarius is the explorer. And once it has explored one field and one area and one arena and environment, work environment to be specific, then Sagittarius needs to go out and explore the next new work environment. Okay? This is the place of knowledge, so this could also be working in a library. Yeah, even though it's stuck there, you can explore yourself through books, right? You can explore yourself through knowledge, because that's another way that Sagittarius can travel, is through the mind, through knowledge. Capricorn in the sixth house. This is a person that needs to work for a steady corporation because it's Saturn ruled, and it's like, look, I need that stability and I need that security, and I need to make sure that my check is coming in exactly when it's supposed to on a regular basis. So that's the first thing about Capricorn in the sixth house, is the need to work in a strong corporate field, and Capricorn in the sixth house can handle it. So this may not necessarily be the freelancer position, but Capricorn in the sixth house is the boss in a lot of ways, and needing to be the boss, even if it is a slow and gradual work your way up the corporate ladder kind of thing. Capricorn in the sixth house also understands office politics. So does Libra in the sixth house, actually. But Capricorn understands it to the means of achievement. So the office is your place. And it can be any sort of field, but the office is how you work your way up, right? So it's important for Capricorn to be steady and secure in anything that they do in the sixth house. But this can be the themes of Capricorn. Government, right? The banking institutions, working in the sixth house. Capricorn also rules over the elderly. So this could be working in like a field, like a nursing home or something that serves the elderly. This could be about working with health care, right? Because it's the sixth house of health, but it's the institution of it. So it would be maybe health care, health insurance. So Capricorn could also be working in like a hospital or like for a health insurance company, right? So anything like that would be really right up the ladder for Capricorn in the 6th house. Aquarius. Aquarius in the 6th house. Well, this is a very quirky place to be, and you're definitely seen to be one of those rebels at your job. So you stand out, and maybe you're loved and maybe you're not so much loved, similar to like Aries and Scorpio, but for different reasons. Aquarius in the 6th house is a person who loves the weather and like animals, and really likes to look at science on a regular basis. So this could also be an astrologer, because everything that is scientific is fulfilling your day-to-day needs. So working as a scientist, chemist, observing nature, observing environments, using your scientific method, experimenting to different degrees, any field that allows you to experiment is excellent for Aquarius in the 6th house. But yes, it also does rule over, like working to serve humanity and helping those who are in need, right? So, and creating reformation, creating a solution with people in order to support and give to those in need. That's Aquarius, right? So you might work around people who feel like strong team members, right? Especially if you are loved and accepted in your work environment. If you're not, you may care, you may not, but either way, you all are working to help create some sort of stabilization for those who are in need, right? Which is usually like animals, things that can't speak for themselves, right? So Aquarius is also helping humanity, creating scientific solutions that help humanity. And this is why technology and working in the technological field in the 6th house is also going to be excellent for Aquarius. Pisces. So we come to Pisces in the 6th house, and this is actually a really complete opposite place for Pisces, right? So Pisces in the 6th house is a schedule that flows and has no boundaries, and very often you might be very indecisive about what you want to do on a day-to-day basis. You may not even be consistent. And being in a field that requires you to be consistent can be helpful, because it grounds you and it gives you obligation, it gives you a reason to get up in the morning on a day-to-day basis with Pisces in the 6th house. But if it's too rigid and if it's too, too harsh, too consistent, it may not work for you, because there's a need to flow here in the 6th house. Now Pisces, just like Aquarius, serves very well to those who are in need. So people who are of the homeless nature, people who, who are in isolation, people who are, in prisons, anything like that could work really well for Pisces in the 6th house.